Oh, damn this car. Adam, I want to scrap it. I want to scrap it. Well, it's not as cold as it has been in the last few days. I mean, you come out here and everything's frozen. We get to play musical vehicles here. The Explorer. I'm gonna go park right over there. Might leave this in here. I don't feel like hauling it out of here. I just need to be able to get to my angle grinder, which is hiding somewhere, because we're gonna be doing something. But we'll get into that later. Anybody want to see if this thing's gonna start? I haven't started it in a while. I stopped driving it because the transmission is pretty much done. It lost second gear and it won't shift until you let off the throttle completely. Yeah, it's definitely missing. I think it's missing because of that lifter problem. But look at how that exhaust comes out. It's missing on a cylinder. But I gotta tell you a funny story. I'm driving this thing to work one day, and I just wanted to get it out, stretch its legs, you know. And I'm getting out on the main road, and it's kind of moving, but it's acting real stiff and binding up. And I'm like, come on, just freaking shift. And all of a sudden I heard a pop. And after the pop, it pretty much picked up its pants and freaking hauled ass. I mean, it sat me back in the seat and started going. I was like, what the hell? And it took first gear all the way to 50 miles an hour. And then I let off the throttle and then tried to get on it and it still wouldn't shift. And then I'm like, it's like, nah, 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 nah. Finally, it freaking floats all the way into overdrive. It doesn't even go to third gear, it just goes right into overdrive. And then, but it'll downshift into third though. But second gear is gone. It can't shift in the second. It's just, I think it snapped the shift band or something. But yeah. Doesn't matter, I got a 5-speed for it now. We got the clutch pedal stuff. I'll be ordering the rest of the bits to get it installed. Because I gotta get a starter for a manual transmission. We need a starter, we need flywheel. I have the separator plate. I don't know if they're different between automatic or manual, but I have the manual one. And then we need the clutch, we need a slave cylinder, hydraulic line, a master clutch cylinder, and I think we'll be good to go. Meow! You wanna go inside? You've been out all night. I'm surprised you're not wanting in. Like, okay, never mind, she wants in. What am I thinking? Get in there, it's nice and warm in there. So I'll let that chooch for a little bit and I'll take it around the block. And so, this is our 5-speed. I actually have a video on this, on inspecting this. I need to edit it up and get it out to you guys. Probably later this week. But I just got a shifter rebuild kit for it. And yeah. It's nice. But basically, looking through this whole thing, it is spotless in there. Looks like someone had it out before. It's been painted. Had RTV and stuff all in here. All these gears and everything look really, really good. Except for this one that has a little chip there. But it's not affecting where it meshes on this other gear, so I'm gonna leave that. The clutch pedal assembly, I'm gonna get a bushing kit for it because this bushing is gone. So yeah, I'm gonna order a bushing kit for it, and we'll go through this and put new bushing, lube it up, and put new bushings in. Oh, now the truck. As I'm walking away, I've got some stuff for it. I need to. I got 2 fuel filters here. I got one for now and one to keep in stock. I got to put a new filter in. That's what we're going to be doing next year. And then when we're done with that bit, I got something else that we got to take care of, because I'm getting a big old bonus from my work, or should be getting it this paycheck. And when's I do, these 31s are not going to be on this truck anymore, and these wheels too. I'm getting new wheels and tires. Go over that when that time comes. But what I want to do is I want to tape basically right along here and cut it off, but I think probably right here I'll notch it and round it off. I want to do that on both sides, because we're going to finish this bumper off and we're going to have outriggers that come out this way. But I want to cut this off because it's low hanging, it looks goofy, and well, that bumper's going to cover all that up. But I want to make room for the bigger tires. Show you guys what this thing does. Okay. It's gonna be like, oh, you're driving me? What? I don't know if it'll do what I'm. No, it's good. Definitely gonna do it. It didn't matter if it was cold or if it was just not. It didn't matter. There was no like, oh, if we just restart it, it'll be fine. No, it's second gear, it gone. It get gone. But at first gear, it's not shifting. But it has a lot of power though now. I mean, I just peeled out a little bit right there. So that means that my engine is somewhat healthy, and maybe it just needs a new valve train. Which, I mean, to do that and some upgrades, it should be a good little 4-liter, and maybe it'll get better fuel economy. Plus, with having the 5-speed, it might definitely will help out. So that's a decision I have to make if I want to fix this engine or if I want to go through and do some diesel swap again like we did with the truck. Although the one that I'm going to do on this is going to be a VW TDI swap, which will end up being a OBD2 vehicle, which means we can do tuning through a computer, and also I have a thing called a scan gauge, and it runs off of OBD2, and it will tell you fuel economy, voltage, RPMs. I mean, everything that the computer can see, it will show you. So that is something to think about, because it currently can't do it with this one because it's OBD1. So yeah, I think this truck's gonna get some stuff. It's definitely getting. These tires aren't bad. I haven't been having any real traction problems with. You know, this road gets a little icy sometimes. Actually, I take that back. All week, in the last couple of weeks, it's just been all ice. Or not all ice, but icy in spots. And I've had the hubs locked for the last couple of weeks, and it's been somewhat bearable. It's not like last time where it's like, no, and I'm like, oh my god. All right, fire in the hole. Not bad. All right, let's ram it. Let's ram it. Ah! All right, we're on the GoPro now. So since 2012, I've been using this camera. It's an HDR XR260. Found another one of these on eBay for 150 bucks, and I gave it to guys at Central Oregon. It's like all messed up, but it still worked with the SD card. But yeah, so I don't know. I think I might get a new camera soon because that one's getting pretty wore out, and that'll probably end up being the camera that does some more of the dirty work. You know, we do cool shots when we're doing some cool project or whatever, and you know, and you're gonna do a blow by, and if it gets knocked over or broken, it doesn't matter. One of those type of deals. So that fuel filter back there, yeah, it needs to get replaced. I remember taking it off for one reason or another, and I kind of messed it up a little bit, but I'm gonna put a new one in there. I think I wrote the mileage on it when I first replaced it. Oh, it smells like diesel in here. So I keep track of my mileage manually. $21.01. So as it turns out, I bought this truck with 50 some thousand miles, and by the time I did the 4BT swap, I had 63,000 miles on it. And after I did the 4BT swap from, was it 2014 that I did it? Yeah, it's 2014. Or April I started. I went and got the engine right about then. Or no, it was after April. It was like May or something, and got it done in June. So, let's see. Yeah, so in 2014, put this in here, and then from then until now, I've put 54,000 miles on this 4BT. And so far, the only thing I've done to it is rebuild the injection pump. I upgraded the turbo and then put new injectors in. And this engine already has, based on the life of that injection pump, it probably had just over 200,000 miles on it, or more. And I've got another 50 on top of it. I figure this has probably got close to 300,000 miles on it, if not more. So yeah, that fuel filter, let's get that bastard off there. I'm gonna get a bucket under there and get that draining. Having flipped my drive shaft around really helped with those driveline noises. Yeah, I've been freaking running this thing with the front hubs locked all the time, and whenever I need four-wheel drive, if I go around a corner and I think I anticipate a slip, I just pop it and 4 high and we're off and running. Just need to climb up in here. Which is pretty easy now because of that bumper I got on there. Okay, so yeah, sorry, tuber. I guess we're going right in the bin. But yeah, I was getting on it, I hit 20 pounds of boost, and it would like kind of stumble a little bit and buck and stuff, and then, oh, there it is, it's hiding. And then the other time I'd boost up to 20 pounds, it wouldn't do that. And then it was like in the 20s the other day, and I didn't plug it in. Started driving even after it warmed up. And you'd get on it, and then the engine would go real quiet, and then you just hear the turbo, and I'm like, holy crap. So I don't know if that was the fuel getting really cold, or if my engine wasn't warm enough to burn all that fuel it was getting. What I did do, since I have new injectors and I'm not having to, I really don't need it to fuel up as much as it used to, I went and took my smoke screw and backed it out quite a bit. I think it's back to where it was when that was rebuilt, based on the picture I took of it some time ago. So the only thing done to this is the star wheel is down a little bit, but I think it needs to come up a little bit. I kind of want to slow the turbo down a little bit, because with this down all the way at 60, I'm doing like 10 pounds of boost. Now I've got it about 5, backing it off. So if I tension up that diaphragm a little bit, it should slow the turbo down a little bit. I don't want to lose too much boost, because you do need a little bit at highway speeds. I just don't want it to be as high. So I'm just been trying to tune it a little bit so it'll get a little bit better fuel economy. I'm getting 21 right now, and leaving. You know, going to and from where I live here, you're up in the hills a lot. There we go. So pulling the hills a lot, you use a little bit of fuel. But I mean 21, I'm fine with that. But this fuel filter I think needs to get swapped out. She's pretty old. Almost a year old. See what she looks like. Well, that's an FS 1221. We got a new 21. Write down the mileage on it. Oh, there's all kinds of messed up back down here. Yeah, she's a little beat up. That's okay. I got a new one. Yeah, that one I had to use that wrench on it to get it off. So that's something we don't need. Make sure there's no paint. Put a little bit of fuel on that. Yeah, that's in there. We still got. There's a little seal there on the stem this threads onto. There's a little seal, and it has to seal up against that. I got these from Pure Diesel Power. They shipped this really quick. I mean, they got it to me in 2 days. I ordered it like, what, Wednesday or? Oh my God, come on, thread on there. Make sure we're tight there. And we got our fancy little primer. Smells fine. It doesn't smell super rich. Doesn't. Okay. Yeah, she was a little bumpy there while that filter was priming up. So the lift pump's working pretty good. So no problem there. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this. Get an electric fan for it. This thing runs cool anyway. I think the last time I just really jumped through topics there. The last time I went off-road. I was climbing a pretty steep hill in second gear low range. And I think the hottest I got it was 120, or not 120, 192. And off she goes. Huh. Wonder where that came from. I did a little off-camera stuff. I just got a little excited. Yeah. That looks a lot better. Got a lot of room for some tire there, huh? Not worried about the back, it's just the front. This bit has been driving me nuts. I gotta clean it up on the back side here and prep it. It's got some slivers. That looks a little bit better. I thought about actually, probably won't cut it, but what I'll do is I'll take the grinder and I'm just gonna grind, or try and round this off a little bit. because what I'm trying to do is this body line right here, I'm trying to kind of make it a little even. So I'm going to grind that down a little bit. And same thing with this one. I think that was a pretty good job. I just used electrical tape and just followed the body line. I may have gone a little bit thinner, but I tried to even them out. I had a little nick right here. I didn't realize it, so I just took the grinder and laid it flat and just kind of went over it and just evened it out. So it's not choppy or anything. It just needs to be cleaned up and painted, and then we're good to go. All right, tubes. I went to my parents' place to help Dad with some more flooring stuff, and just hung out with my parents for a little bit. And now I'm back home. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Also, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and check out the links down below. Also, if anybody in the Oregon, Pacific Northwest, freaking western part of Oregon, or Central Oregon, or if you're in Oregon in general and you need a bullnose hood, I got one. It's in good shape, and I also have the rear left passenger door for a crew cab. So if anybody wants them, let me know. We'll talk money. And also, 5-speed swap coming soon for the Explorer. Johnson out.